The NBA is the trendiest league on the planet until the league office decides you are looking too good, man. From superhero bags to shoes that literally make you jump higher. The NBA has a long story of killing the vibe in the name of professionalism. Today I'm breaking down the most legendary items the NBA actually banned. But first, was the league protecting the game or were they just being petty? Let's dive in. Hardwood's keep.
Ninja Headband. In 2019, NBA players started showing up looking like anime warriors. Jimmy Butler, Drew Holiday, and De'Aaron Fox all rocked ninja-style headbands. Long cloth strips tied in the back with ends dangling like tails. They weren't just for sweat. They were fashion, confidence, and intimidation rolled into one. Fans loved them, but the NBA didn't. League officials claimed the ties were a safety hazard, that someone could grab them during a play, or that the loose fabric might come undone. The
Safety has that. Give me a break here. We've seen players with heads longer than those ties. This wasn't about safety, it was about the NBA being scared of the anime warrior aesthetic taking over the court here. And I got a question for you guys. Did the Ninja Headband look hard or was it a bit much for the NBA?
real reason, they said it didn't present a professional look. So just like that, the Ninja era ended. Players were furious. The accessory had personality, something the NBA usually tries to control. The ban proved one thing: image always wins over individuality. And what came next looked even stranger: black mask. When LeBron James broke his nose in 2014, he didn't just heal, he leveled up. His return game featured a sleek black carbon fiber mask that made him look like a superhero out of a movie. Fans went wild. The internet exploded. But within 24 hours, the NBA shut it down. The league told LeBron to switch to a clear mask, claiming the black one obscured his eyes and gave him a competitive edge. In reality, it just stood out too much. A superstar wearing a literal Batman mask wasn't the polished corporate image the NBA wanted on national TV. LeBron complied, but the legend of the black mask lives on. No player has worn one since. It was too iconic, too bold, and too powerful for the league to handle.
LeBron looked like a straight up Marvel villain in that carbon fiber. And you know the league told him it obscured his eyes. But we all know the truth. He looked too intimidating like Batman. So why is the NBA so afraid of a player looking like a superhero? Isn't it entertainment? Is it something else? They aren't telling us.
Supreme sleeve. Kelly Oubre Jr. walked onto the court in 2017 with the most hypebeast leg sleeve ever made, bright red, covered in the Supreme logo, and paired with Nike and NBA branding. It was streetwear meets basketball. The crowd loved it. The NBA didn't. By halftime, he was ordered to take it off. The official reason? Unauthorized corporate branding. The league doesn't allow non-approved sponsors on player gear, and Supreme wasn't part of the Nike partnership deal.
Yo, this is big corporate pettiness, man. The sleeve had an NBA logo on it. We can see it. But it doesn't fit the Nike contract. It didn't fit the Nike contract. And they snatched it at halftime. It's crazy how the league loves cloud culture for marketing, but bans it the second the player tries to wear it. I mean, isn't that the point? They love it. But when a player tries to wear it and push it, they don't like it all of a sudden. I mean, what's the problem? Is there something we don't know?
He said he was confused. After all, it had official
I'm
NBA
confused too.
tags, but the logo was just too visible. It wasn't a safety concern, it was marketing control. Soon after, even J.R. Smith got told to cover his Supreme tattoo. The NBA wasn't about to let clout culture compete with its billion-dollar image. Custom sneakers. Sneaker culture defines basketball, but the NBA has always drawn strict lines on what's allowed. Before 2018, players could only wear team-colored shoes, and stepping out in something wild meant a fine. Michael Jordan's black and red Air Jordan 1s famously violated that rule in the 80s, sparking the original banned legend. Since then, color rules have loosened, but not creativity rules. Shoes with reflective chrome heels, unapproved logos, or special art have been rejected for being distracting. Even Stephen Curry's custom Chinese New Year kicks were pulled for not matching uniform colors. The NBA claims it's about consistency and visibility, but everyone knows it's about image control. You can dunk from the free throw line, but if your shoes break.
They literally tried to ban the greatest sneaker line in human history. Now imagine if MJ had actually listened to them. We wouldn't even have a fucking sneaker culture, bro. So tell me in the comments, is the NBA strict shoe policy the reason modern P is feel a bit boring. I mean, MJ, imagine if we didn't have Jordan 1s, Jordan 2s, Jordan 3s today, bro. What do you think the sneaker culture would be like? Would we even have a sneaker culture in the first place?
Brand rules, the league will still call foul. A PL sneakers. In 2010, a small company called Athletic Propulsion Labs claimed to have invented the future. Sneakers with built-in springs that made you jump higher. The APL Concept 1 promised an instant vertical boost thanks to its load and launch system.
A shoe so good, it's illegal.
Hidden inside the sole. It wasn't marketing fluff. Tests showed players could gain inches. The NBA didn't waste time. They banned the shoes before the season even began, calling them an unfair competitive advantage. A PL turned the ban into genius marketing, printing "banned by the NBA" right on the box. Players never wore them in a real game, but everyone wanted a pair. It's still the only basketball shoe ever banned for working too well. In a league obsessed with highlights, this one crossed the line into science fiction. Custom band-aids.
A shoe so good, it's illegal. And you know that's the ultimate flex. But honestly, if a shoe can actually add inches to your vertical, is that cheating? Or is it just evolution? And the NBA called it science fiction, but I can call it genius marketing. But in a way, this is cheating because imagine if Wemby had that shoe. Wemby is tall already, so he don't need that shoe for anything. And you know, we got some 5 foot players. So in a way, it's cheating though.
Back in 2009, Dwayne Wade turned a cut on his cheek into a fashion statement. He started wearing personalized band-aids with his name and slogans printed on them. The look caught on fast. Suddenly, every game had fans showing up with Wade-aids under their eyes. The NBA didn't find it cute. They ordered Wade to remove them, claiming no player could wear decorative medical accessories. Only plain band-aids were allowed, and only for actual injuries. The move was peak NBA image control. Wade said he was just having fun, but the league saw a slippery slope. Today, you can't wear a
band-aid. This is where the NBA officially became the no-fun league, bro. The Wade was literally just healing with style. I mean, if a player is bleeding, why does the league care if his name is on the bandage or not? Bro, it's his choice. I mean, he's just putting it there. It's his own style. Is this going to stop the ball from reaching other players, or is it going to cause distraction? When you look at my face, you see the weight or whatever hardwood is. What is the reason, bro?
Branded bandage, even if it covers a real wound. One man's style statement became another page in the NBA's long list of banned creativity. Durag. It started in 2000 when Sam Perkins wore a durag during warmups. The league immediately told him to take it off, citing safety risks. But the issue went deeper. By 2005, Commissioner David Stern's infamous dress code formally banned durags, chains, and oversized clothing from all team-related appearances. The goal was professionalism, but many saw it as policing black culture. The league never lifted the rule, even after loosening other restrictions years later. The durag remains one of the NBA's most controversial bans, not because it changed the game, but because
this is the most controversial ban on the list. Many see this as the era where the NBA tried to distance itself from black culture to appeal to corporate sponsors. Was this about professionalism, or was it a direct attack on the player's identity? You know, this one still sparks heated debates till today. I mean, I see no reason they should ban this though. Durags, add style to the player. I mean, it looks so good on LeBron and a couple others who wear it. Bro, there's nothing wrong in this.
Because it revealed who the league wanted players to look like. Some say it protected the image of the sport. Others say it stripped away authenticity. But first, only cool people are subscribed to this channel. So hit that subscribe button before we go any further. Gold chains. In the late 1970s and early 80s, NBA players brought serious flair to the court. Darryl Dawkins and Clyde Drexler wore thick gold chains mid-game, letting them swing as they dunked. It looked incredible, but the league didn't see it that way. In 1980, the NBA officially banned all jewelry during play, citing safety risks. Chains could snap, scratch someone, or get caught on a jersey during contact. But underneath that reasoning was another agenda: image control. The NBA wanted to clean up its look and move away from the street ball.
Dunking with a heavy gold chain is the ultimate power move. If you ask me, decided safety. But let's be real. They just didn't want that street ball look on national TV. So if you can fly with 2 pounds of gold around your neck, you should be allowed to keep it. Yes, you should be allowed to keep it, of course.
Aesthetic
There's
of the
nothing wrong with
era.
that.
The gold chain rule stuck, and it shaped the league's future dress code for decades. Today, players wear jewelry everywhere. Tunnels, interviews, commercials. But once the ball tips off, it all comes off. Upside down headband, and Rondo didn't mean to start a movement. He just wanted to wear his headband his way. In 2010, Rajon Rondo flipped the official NBA logo upside down as a quiet style choice. Soon, others followed. It wasn't flashy or disrespectful, just different. But to the NBA, it was rebellion. The league stepped in immediately, declaring that all headbands must be worn logo side up, or not at all. It wasn't about function, it was about control. The league didn't want logos appearing distorted or inconsistent on national broadcasts. Players saw it as petty, but the NBA viewed it as protecting the brand. After the crackdown, the upside-down headband disappeared for good. Rondo's simple flip became one of the smallest and strangest fashion rebellions in basketball history.
The logo was upside down. That was the crime. That was just the crime. Can you imagine? Can someone explain to me how an upside down logo ruins a basketball game? So this is proof that the NBA league office is allegedly the pettiest group of people on the earth. Of course.
Tinted goggles. In 2011, Dwayne Wade tried wearing dark tinted goggles to protect his eyes from migraine-inducing arena lights. They looked futuristic and gave him a mysterious edge. But right before tip-off, the NBA said no. The league argued the lenses made it harder for defenders to read his eyes, calling it a competitive imbalance. Wade switched to lighter lenses, but the precedent was set. Any goggles that obscured a player's vision or their opponent's view of it were effectively banned.
The NBA said defenders couldn't read his eyes. Bro, since when is eye contact a requirement for defense? He just didn't want Wade looking like a mysterious cyborg. If you ask me, he wanted a polished look. Even if it means the player has to deal with migraine-inducing lights. He wants to protect his eyes, bro. So what's the point of banning tinted goggles, man? Everyone should have his choice. All these bans aren't necessary.
The NBA didn't want players looking like superheroes with hidden intentions. The rule's never been written in neon, but it's enforced quietly to this day. Clear goggles? Fine. Dark or mirrored ones? Off limits. The NBA wanted visibility of the ball, the players, and most importantly, the eyes that drive the game. Non-team sleeves. Arm and leg sleeves became fashion staples after Allen Iverson made them iconic. But by the 2010s, players started getting creative. Different colors, logos, even slogans stitched in. The NBA wasn't having it. League officials declared that all compression gear must match the team's primary colors and contain no outside branding. Players who wore off-colored or patterned sleeves were warned or fined. Kelly Oubre's white and red arm sleeve, gone. Players argued it was harmless flair, but the NBA called it visual inconsistency. What started as an injury accessory had become a style statement, and the league couldn't let that slide.
Allen Iverson started the sleeve to hide tattoos. Go make your research. Now the league uses the sleeve to hide personality. Everything has to be uniform. So are we watching elite athletes or corporate mannequins? You know, I miss the days of the random color sleeves, man. See styles, the sleeves match with your headbands, with your jersey, and everything, including your shoes, bro. They stood out. If Iverson was in the court, you would know it was him from the sleeves. It was unique, man.
Today, all sleeves are standardized, clean, and logo-free. They might still look cool, but they're a far cry from the self-expression that once defined Iverson's era. Logoed knee pads. Most fans never noticed this rule, but the NBA sure did. In the mid-2000s, players began wearing protective knee sleeves and pads featuring bold logos, patterns, and even slogans. Some came from brands outside the league's licensing deals. That was enough for the NBA to intervene. Any visible logo not approved through official partnerships was banned immediately. The rule wasn't about function, it was about money and marketing control. Players were told to cover up or switch to team-issued gear.
If the pad protects the knee, who cares about the logo? Oh wait, the NBA's bank account cares. It's always about the sponsors, never about the player's self-expression. Follow the money every single time. Yo.
Didn't matter if the pad helped them stay healthy. If it showed an unlicensed brand, it was gone. Even now, all visible protective equipment has to meet color, size, and logo requirements. It's proof that in the NBA, protection is fine, just not self-promotion. Headphones and earbuds. For players, music is part of the pre-game ritual. LeBron, KD, and countless others walk into arenas with headphones on, locked into their zone. But in the early 2000s, the NBA tried to ban them, calling headphones unprofessional during warm-ups and interviews. They claimed it made players look disengaged from fans and the media. The backlash was immediate. Vince Carter, among others, spoke out, saying music helped him focus and calm his nerves before games. The NBA eventually backed off, but the rule left a mark. Even today, players have to remove their earbuds for anthem ceremonies, press duties, and pre-game appearances. It's a small reminder of how
They really try to take away their pre-game focus. You know, music is how these guys get in the zone. To say a player is disengaged because he listens to music is such a boomer take, if you would ask me. I'm glad players fought back on this one, because if it were me, I wouldn't let that slide. Honestly, I need music for literally almost everything. Bro, so why you want to ban music? You want to ban my focus? I can get right in the game if I listen to music. I feel more motivated when I listen to music.
league still polices presentation, even when all a player wants is to listen to a beat before tip-off. Tinted visors. In the 2000s, a few players tested experimental tinted visors designed to protect against bright arena lights and camera flashes. They looked futuristic, almost like something out of a science fiction movie, but the NBA shut them down before they ever saw regular season action. Officials said they blocked too much eye visibility, creating an unfair advantage. The concept never returned. The league didn't want players hiding behind mirrored lenses on national TV. Even though other sports like football still allow them, the NBA drew the line early. Every piece of equipment, from shoes to sleeves to visors, has to show one thing:
The NFL lets players wear visors. So why is the NBA so obsessed with seeing the face, bro? They claim it's about visibility, but it feels more like they want to make sure they can track every facial expression for the cameras. It's about the broadcast, of course, not the players. And at the end of the day, the NBA is a business. It's just a business, and businesses love control. But every time they ban a headband or a pair of shoes, bro, they lose a little bit of the soul that made the game legendary. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these bans was the most ridiculous? And is there an accessory the NBA should ban today, you think? Drop your hot takes in the comments. Don't forget to sub to Hardwood for more untold stories. Only the real ones stay subscribed. I'll see you in the next one on Friday. I love you. Peace out.